Subscribe to Storylab for more stories. Now let's begin this one. Chapter 1. The Last Good Day. Travis Hood had driven a yellow cab through Virginia Beach for 6 years. 48 years old, gray threading through his dark hair, he looked like every other middle-aged man grinding through life. His hands, calloused and scarred in ways his passengers never noticed, rested easy on the steering wheel. He'd picked up a businesswoman from the airport, dropped off college kids at the beach, ferried an elderly couple to their doctor's appointment. Normal. Invisible. Exactly how he wanted it. His phone buzzed. Nicole. His daughter's photo lit up the screen. 18 years old, bright smile, holding her acceptance letter to Virginia Commonwealth University. She'd gotten a full scholarship for criminal justice. The irony wasn't lost on him. Hey, Nikki. Dad, can you pick me up from the coffee shop on Atlantic? My car's being weird again. Travis smiled. 20 minutes. Order me a black coffee. You know they have other flavors, right? Like stuff that actually tastes good. Coffee should taste like coffee, not a dessert. She laughed. You're so old. Love you. Love you too, kid. 20 minutes later, he pulled up to the coastal grind. Nicole wasn't outside. He texted her. No response. He killed the engine and walked in. The barista, a young man with sleeve tattoos, looked up nervously. You Nicole's dad? Travis's entire body went cold. Where is she? Some guy. FBI badge. Said she was being questioned about something. She was scared, man. She kept saying she didn't do anything. He took her out the back. Travis was already moving. Through the coffee shop, past the restrooms, out the back door into the alley. Empty. He called her phone. Heard it ringing from a dumpster. He yanked open the lid. Her phone, her purse, her car keys. His old instincts kicked in. The ones he'd spent 6 years trying to bury. Scan. Assess. Track. Fresh tire marks. Heavy vehicle. Direction of travel. South. He pulled out his own phone, hand steady despite the rage building in his chest. He dialed the local FBI office. This is Travis Hood. An agent just took my daughter, Nicole Hood, from Coastal Grind Coffee Shop without warrant or notification. I need answers in 5 minutes, or I'm going to become a problem you can't handle. The receptionist stammered, transferred him. A supervisor came on. Mr. Hood, I'm Special Agent in charge, Luis, man. I have no record of any FBI action involving your daughter. Can you describe the agent? Travis closed his eyes, pulling the barista's description. White male, 6'1", 45 to 50, brown hair, gray suit. Showed FBI credentials. Silence on the other end. Sir, I'll look into this. Give me your number. You have 30 minutes. Travis hung up. His phone rang again. Unknown number. Travis Hood. A man's voice. Smug. Amused. Who is this? The man who has your daughter. You know what she did? She filmed me. Some traffic stop last month where I had to use force on a suspect. Posted it online. Made me look bad. Cost me a promotion. So I thought I'd teach her a lesson about respect. Travis's voice went flat. Emotionless. The voice that used to precede kill orders. If you touch her, you'll what? Drive your taxi over to FBI headquarters? I know who you are, Travis. Washed-up cab driver playing pretend soldier. Your Navy days are over. You're nobody now. I'm giving you one chance to bring her back. The man laughed. Harvey McCann. Remember that name. And remember you couldn't protect. Then came the sound that would haunt Travis's nightmares. Nicole screaming. Not just fear, agony. Pure animal terror. No, please. Dad. Daddy, help me. Harvey McCann's voice, crystal clear. Your dad can't protect you from this, sweetie. More screaming. Then silence. Then Nicole's voice, small and broken. I can't see. Dad, I can't see anything. Everything's dark. Dad. The line went dead. Travis stood in that alley for exactly 10 seconds. In those 10 seconds, the taxi driver named Travis Hood ceased to exist. In his place stood something else. Something the U.S. Navy had spent millions of dollars and 22 years creating. A weapon. He made one call. A number he'd sworn he'd never dial again. It rang twice. Damn neck. Identify. Sierra Whiskey 73. Travis Hood. Authentication code. Crimson Harvest. Pause. Stand by. Another voice. Older. Familiar. Travis? Jesus Christ. We thought you were dead. I need a favor, Russ. A big one. Name it. I need a file on FBI Special Agent Harvey McCann. And I need some friends who remember what loyalty means. You going kinetic? My daughter, Russ. He blinded her. Both eyes. The silence that followed told Travis everything he needed to know. I'll make some calls. Give me 12 hours. Chapter 2. Shattered. Norfolk General Hospital, Emergency Department. Travis arrived to find 2 uniformed police officers and a hospital administrator waiting. Mr. Hood? I'm Dr. Jeanette Chung, Chief of Ophthalmology. Your daughter. Where is she? 3rd floor, surgery prep. Mr. Hood, I need to prepare you. The damage is severe. Agent McCann used a chemical agent directly in her eyes. We're bringing in specialists, but Travis's jaw clenched. But what? The optic nerves are severely damaged. Even with surgery, the prognosis isn't good. One of the cops stepped forward. Mr. Hood, I'm Detective Glenn Bean. We need to ask you some questions about Agent McCann. I need to see my daughter first. Sir, McCann is FBI. This is a federal matter now. FBI agents are on their way. Travis turned to face him. Detective Bean was a big man, ex-military by his bearing. But something in Travis's eyes made him step back. I'm seeing my daughter. You can either take me to her, or I go through you. Choose. Dr. Chung intervened. Follow me. The ICU room was too bright, too sterile, too wrong. Nicole lay in the hospital bed, bandages covering half her face. Restraints on her wrists. She was thrashing, moaning. Why is she restrained? Travis's voice was ice. She keeps trying to claw at her eyes. The pain. Travis was already at her side. Nikki, baby, it's Dad. I'm here. Her head turned toward his voice. Dad? Daddy, I can't see. I can't see anything. Make it stop. Please make it stop. I'm here, sweetheart. The doctors are going to help you. It burns, Dad. It burns so bad. Why'd he do this? I didn't do anything wrong. That video. The man he was hurting looked so scared. I just wanted to help. Travis took her hand carefully, avoiding the 4 lines. Tell me exactly what happened. Through tears and pain medication, the story came out. A month ago, Nicole had witnessed Harvey McCann at a traffic stop brutalizing a Hispanic man. The man had done nothing except ask for a translator. McCann had beaten him anyway, planted drugs on him. Nicole had filmed it from across the street. She'd posted it to Twitter. It had gone viral. The FBI had launched an internal investigation. McCann had been suspended pending review. He found me at the coffee shop, showed his badge, said I needed to come answer questions. I thought it was official. He drove me to this warehouse, started yelling at me, called me names, said I ruined his life. Then he took out this bottle. Her voice broke completely. He held my eyes open, Dad. I tried to fight, but he was so strong. He poured it in, and he was smiling. He said, let's see you film me now, you self-righteous little bitch. And then everything went white and then dark. It's all dark now. Travis kissed her forehead. I'm going to fix this. You can't fix my eyes, Dad. No, but I can fix the man who did it. A new voice from the doorway. I'm afraid that's not going to happen, Mr. Hood. 3 men in suits. FBI. The one who spoke was in his 50s, perfectly groomed, with the kind of arrogance that came from decades of unchecked power. Special Agent in charge Marcus Maynard. Agent McCann is in federal custody. This is a federal investigation now. And before you get any ideas, Mr. Hood, Agent McCann has full protection of the FBI. What happened to your daughter is tragic, but Travis's voice could have frozen steel. Maynard didn't flinch, but Agent McCann claims your daughter attacked him first, that he used reasonable force to defend himself. His story will hold up in any investigation. He blinded my daughter. He subdued a suspect who assaulted a federal officer. That's his official statement. I suggest you get your daughter a good lawyer and prepare for a long legal battle. One you'll lose. Travis stood slowly. Get out. Excuse me. Get out. Before I show you what reasonable force actually looks like. Detective Bean stepped between them. Everyone calm down. Maynard, get your people out of here. Let the man be with his daughter. After they left, Travis made a call. His ex-wife, Nicole's mother. She'd left him 10 years ago, couldn't handle being married to a ghost who vanished for months at a time on training exercises he could never talk about. Diane, it's Travis. You need to come to Norfolk, General. It's Nicole. Chapter 3. The Man He Was. 3 days later, Nicole had undergone her first surgery. Dr. Chung emerged looking exhausted. We've done what we can for now. There will be more operations. 9 more, probably 10. But Mr. Hood, she hesitated. The damage to her optic nerves is irreversible. Even with the most advanced procedures, she's not going to regain sight. I'm sorry. Diane Hood, a slim woman with Nicole's same blue eyes, collapsed into tears. Travis caught her, held her up. They've been divorced for 8 years, but some bonds don't break. Ow, she whispered. How does someone do this to a child? Travis had no answer. He'd seen evil across the world. Baghdad, Fallujah, Mogadishu, Kandahar. He'd eliminated 365 threats to national security over 22 years. But this? A federal agent torturing an 18-year-old girl for posting a video? That night in the hospital cafeteria, Travis got a text. Just a file attachment. Russ Nelson had come through. Harvey McCann's file was extensive. 26 years with the FBI. Multiple excessive force complaints. All buried. 2 sexual harassment allegations. Both settled quietly. Connected to powerful people in D.C. His uncle was Senator Richard Phillips, chair of the Senate Judiciary Committee. Untouchable. But the file had more. McCann's home address. His routines. His weaknesses. And at the bottom, a note from Russ. 8 of the old crew want in. Say the word. Travis sat there for a long time. He'd left that life behind. Become a ghost, a nobody, a taxi driver. He'd promised Diane he was done with violence. But Diane hadn't been there when Nicole screamed. His phone buzzed. Another text, different number. We know what you're thinking. Don't. McCann has full FBI protection. You'll end up in prison and your daughter will still be blind. SAC Maynard. They were watching him. Of course they were. Travis deleted the message and made a call. Russ, I need those 8 men. And I need something else. Name it. I need to disappear for a while. Officially. Need the FBI to think I'm broken, compliant, not a threat. What are you planning, Travis? McCann thinks he knows who I am. Some washed-up cab driver. But he's wrong. I'm going to show him exactly who Travis Hood really is. And when I'm done, the FBI won't have enough pieces to protect. This goes sideways. We can't help you. You'll be disavowed. I know. And you're still going? Travis looked through the cafeteria window at Nicole's hospital room. Diane sat beside the bed, holding their blind daughter's hand. He took her eyes, Russ. Her eyes. She wanted to be a lawyer, fight for justice. Now she's going to spend the rest of her life in darkness. So yeah, I'm going. And I'm going to make Harvey McCann wish he'd never heard the name Nicole Hood. When do you want the team? 2 weeks. I need to play the broken father first. Let them think they've won. Let McCann get comfortable. And then I remind everyone why DEVGRU operators have a 99% mission success rate. Travis hung up and returned to Nicole's room. She was awake, her mother sleeping in the chair beside her. Dad, I'm here, Nikki. I heard you talking to someone. You're planning something. Just trying to figure out the legal angle. Dad, her voice was firm despite the pain medication. I know you. I know what you used to do. Mom told me some of it. I'm not stupid. Travis said nothing. Good, Nicole whispered. Make him hurt, Dad. Make him hurt like I hurt. But don't get caught. Don't leave me here alone. I won't. Promise me. Travis took her hand. I promise. But Nicole, what I'm about to do, it's going to get dark. It's going to get ugly. Are you sure? She turned her bandaged face toward him. He smiled when he did this. He enjoyed it. So yes, I'm sure. Show him what happens when you hurt a DEVGRU operator's daughter. Travis kissed her forehead. I love you, kid. Love you too, Dad. Go be the man you used to be. Just this once. Chapter 4. The Performance. 2 weeks. Travis played his role perfectly. Broken father. Defeated. Compliant. He attended every one of Nicole's surgeries. There were 4 in those 2 weeks. He held Diane when she cried. He met with lawyers who all told him the same thing. FBI agents are nearly impossible to prosecute. The legal system would chew him up and spit him out. He took it all with quiet resignation. FBI agents watched him. They weren't even subtle about it. Black SUVs parked outside his apartment. Agents in the hospital cafeteria. They wanted him to know, you're powerless. Travis let them believe it. On day 15, he got a visitor. Harvey McCann walked into the hospital cafeteria like he owned the place. 2 FBI agents flanked him. He sat down across from Travis, coffee in hand, smiling. Travis Hood, finally get to meet you properly. Travis said nothing. Your daughter's going to be fine. Blind, sure, but alive. Could have been worse. She's lucky I showed restraint. Travis's hands didn't shake. His face didn't change. Why are you here? To make sure we understand each other. See, I know about your Navy background. SEAL Team 6, right? Very impressive. But that was then. This is now. And now, you're just a cab driver whose daughter learned a hard lesson about respecting authority. You tortured an 18-year-old girl. I defended myself against someone who was trying to ruin my career. The internal investigation cleared me. It's over, Travis. Go back to your taxi. Be grateful I'm feeling generous. McCann stood, smirked, and walked away. One of the FBI agents lingered. Younger guy looked uncomfortable. He leaned down, whispered, some of us don't agree with this. Just so you know. Then he left. Travis sat there for exactly 5 minutes. Then he pulled out a burner phone and sent a single text. Green light. Assemble. That night, in a warehouse south of Virginia Beach, 8 men gathered. Travis hadn't seen some of them in 6 years. Others he'd served with for decades. Russ Nelson, 52, grizzled, Master Chief, 28 years in. Travis's former team leader, Glenn Bean, the detective from the hospital, former Marine Force recon, now a cop with a conscience and a score to settle with corrupt feds. Alvin Compton, communications specialist. If it had a signal, Alvin could intercept, manipulate, or destroy it. Milton Stewart, medic, kept half the team alive in Fallujah. Brendan Parks, sniper, could shoot the wings off a fly at 1,200 meters. Sam Swanson, explosives expert, loved his work a little too much. Lyle Sweeney, intelligence analyst, formerly NSA, now freelance and questionable. Brent Riley, the muscle, 6'4", 240 pounds, hand-to-hand combat instructor. They looked at Travis, waited. Gentlemen, thank you for coming. What I'm about to ask you to do is illegal. It will end careers, possibly result in prison time. Anyone wants out, walk now. No judgment. Nobody moved. Travis nodded. Harvey McCann blinded my daughter. The FBI protected him. The legal system won't touch him. So we're going to handle it our way. Russ stepped forward. What's the objective? Elimination? No. Death is too easy. McCann took Nicole's sight. Her future. Her dreams. I'm going to take everything from him. His career. His reputation. His freedom. His sanity. And then, at the very end, I'm going to take his eyes. Sam whistled low. That's biblical, Travis. He earned biblical. I pulled up files on a laptop. I've been digging. McCann's dirty as hell. Evidence tampering. Extortion. He's got 3 offshore accounts in the Caymans. Been stealing from asset forfeitures for years. But it's all buried deep. FBI won't investigate their own. Then we'll make them investigate, Travis said. Here's the plan. Phase 1. Isolation. We cut McCann off from his protection. Make the FBI doubt him. Phase 2. Exposure. We leak everything. Make him toxic. Phase 3. Extraction. We take him off the board, permanently blind him, and make sure he spends the rest of his miserable life in the same darkness he condemned my daughter to. Glenn frowned. Travis, I'm a cop. I can't be part of the actual. You're not. You're my early warning system. Keep me informed on any FBI moves. That's all. I can do that. Alvin raised a hand. How do we isolate him? The FBI is covering his ass. Travis smiled. It wasn't a nice smile. We give them a reason to cut him loose. Lyle, you said McCann has offshore accounts. Yeah, 3 million, give or take. Brendan, I need you to plant evidence. Make it look like McCann's been selling classified information to foreign actors. Chinese, Russians, doesn't matter. Make it obvious enough that even the FBI can't ignore it. Brendan nodded. I know a guy. He can create digital footprints that'll hold up under forensic analysis. Good. While the FBI is distracted investigating McCann for espionage, we move to Phase 2. Lyle, can you access McCann's personal files? His home computer? Easy. His FBI workstation? Harder but doable. Do it. Find every piece of dirt, every crime, every payoff. We're going to bury him in his own corruption. Russ crossed his arms. In Phase 3, the extraction, Travis pulled out a manila folder. Inside were detailed surveillance photos of Harvey McCann. His house, his car, his routines. McCann lives alone, divorced, no kids. His security is decent, but not military grade. We'll take him from his home, bring him to a secure location. And then, Travis's voice went cold. Then I'm going to do to him exactly what he did to Nicole. No anesthetic, no mercy. He'll live, but he'll live blind. And we'll make sure he's caught for his crimes afterward. He'll spend the rest of his life in a federal prison, unable to see, knowing exactly why it happened. Milton spoke up. That's dark, Travis. Even for us. My 18-year-old daughter screamed for me to help her while a federal agent poured acid in her eyes and smiled. So yeah, Milton, it's dark. Anyone got a problem with that? Silence. Good. We move in 3 days. Questions? Sam raised his hand. What about the senator? McCann's uncle. He's got serious pull. Travis's smile turned predatory. Leave the senator to me. I've got something special planned for him. Chapter 5. The Unraveling. Phase 1 began with a whisper. Lyle Sweeney was an artist with digital information. Within 48 hours, he'd created a perfect trail, encrypted emails between Harvey McCann and a known Chinese intelligence operative. Wire transfers from shell companies to McCann's offshore accounts. Photos of McCann meeting with Russian contacts. Actually, photos of McCann meeting legitimate sources, but edited so cleverly even forensic analysis couldn't prove tampering. The evidence was sent anonymously to 3 people. The FBI's Office of Professional Responsibility, the Washington Post, and Senator Richard Phillips himself. The reaction was immediate. FBI descended on Harvey McCann's office. His home was raided. His accounts frozen. SAC Marcus Maynard, who'd been so smug in the hospital, held a press conference announcing an investigation into allegations of serious misconduct by one of our agents. McCann, for his part, screamed his innocence. Called it a setup. Blamed Nicole. Blamed Travis. But the evidence was too good. Too detailed. The FBI had no choice but to suspend him without pay pending investigation. Travis watched it all from Nicole's hospital room. She was recovering from her 6th surgery. Still blind. But she smiled when she heard the news. Phase 1 complete? She asked. Phase 1 complete. Good. Make him suffer more. Diane looked between them, troubled. Travis. Nicole, this revenge, it's consuming you both. Travis took his ex-wife's hand. Diane, I know you don't approve. But he tortured our daughter. The system failed. This is the only justice she'll get. And if you get caught, I won't. But someone was watching closer than Travis realized. Special Agent Cassie Baker was one of the agents assigned to guard Travis during the initial investigation. She was smart, former Army intelligence, and she'd noticed things. The way Travis had taken McCann's visit too calmly. The way he'd accepted defeat too easily. She pulled Travis's military record. Most of it was redacted, but she'd served in military intelligence long enough to read between the lines. Navy, special warfare, 22 years, redacted missions, classified operations. This wasn't a broken taxi driver. This was a highly trained operator. She started following him, carefully, professionally. She watched him visit the warehouse south of Virginia Beach. Watched 8 men arrive over 2 hours, all military bearing, all careful. Watched them leave separately. She couldn't get close enough to hear, but she knew what she was seeing. Tactical planning. Agent Baker faced a choice. Report it and watch Travis get arrested before he could get justice for his daughter. Or look the other way. She thought about her own daughter. Thought about what she'd do if someone hurt her child. She decided to wait. Watch. Be ready to intervene if things went too far. Meanwhile, Harvey McCann was falling apart. The FBI investigation was brutal. Every file examined. Every arrest questioned. And Lyle's planted evidence was just the beginning. The real dirt started surfacing. The offshore accounts weren't just fake Chinese money. They were real. Paul had found actual stolen funds McCann had been hiding for years. 3 women came forward with sexual harassment claims, emboldened by McCann's sudden vulnerability. Evidence tampering charges, civil rights violations, assault charges from the original traffic stop Nicole had filmed. Within a week, Harvey McCann went from protected FBI agent to toxic liability. Senator Phillips tried to help his nephew, but the Chinese intelligence connection made it radioactive. Politicians distanced themselves. The FBI director publicly condemned McCann's alleged actions. McCann's lawyer abandoned him. His wife finalized their divorce. His house was foreclosed on. And through it all, Travis watched. Waited. Phase 2 was working perfectly. On day 23, Harvey McCann called Travis. His voice was desperate, broken. Hood. Travis Hood. This is you, isn't it? You did this. The Chinese thing, it's fake. You set me up. Travis's voice was calm. I'm just a taxi driver, Harvey. Remember? Bullshit. You were DEVGRU. I looked into you. 22 years. You know how to do this. You're destroying me. Like you destroyed my daughter? Silence. Then, I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. I was angry. I made a mistake. But this, you're ruining my entire life. Yes. Please. Please stop. I'll confess. I'll plead guilty to what I did to Nicole. I'll go to prison. Just stop. Travis paused. Let the hope build. Then no. What? You smiled when you blinded my daughter. You enjoyed it. So no, Harvey. No mercy. No deals. I'm going to take everything from you. And then I'm going to take your eyes. Just like you took hers. You're insane. Maybe. Or maybe I'm just a father who loves his daughter. See you soon, Harvey. Travis hung up. Russ walked into the warehouse where Travis was standing. That was cold. He earned cold. FBI's going to figure out the Chinese evidence is fake eventually. Don't need eventually. Just need a few more days. Is Brendan ready? He's been watching McCann's apartment for a week. Guy barely leaves. He's paranoid, broken, ordering food delivery, drinking heavily. He's ready to crack. Good. We move tomorrow night. Tell the team. Chapter 6, The Trap. Harvey McCann's apartment was in a decent neighborhood in Arlington. 3rd floor. Security camera at the entrance. But Alvin had looped the feed hours ago. Travis and 4 team members approached at 2 a.m. Brendan on overwatch with a suppressed rifle. Brent as muscle. Milton standing by as medic. Russ coordinating. They'd done this 1,000 times. Different targets, different countries, same precision. Travis picked the lock in 12 seconds. They entered silent as ghosts. McCann was passed out drunk on his couch, empty bourbon bottle on the floor. TV playing some late-night show. He looked pathetic, broken. Travis almost felt something like pity. Almost. Brent zip-tied McCann's hands behind his back, covered his mouth with duct tape. McCann woke up thrashing, eyes wild with terror. Travis leaned close, whispered, "Hello, Harvey. Remember me?" Recognition, then pure fear. They carried him out through the back exit into a waiting van. The whole extraction took 90 seconds. Professional. Clean. The safe house was an abandoned warehouse in Newport News. Travis had purchased it through shell companies months ago. Soundproofed. Off the grid. Perfect. They secured McCann to a chair bolted to the floor. Removed the tape from his mouth. McCann screamed. Begged. Please. Please don't kill me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Travis pulled up a chair, sat down facing him. I'm not going to kill you, Harvey. That will be mercy. What? What are you going to do? Travis pulled out a small bottle. Clear liquid. Remember this? This is what you used on Nicole. Medical-grade acid. Dissolves organic tissue. Causes excruciating pain. And when applied to the eyes, he let the sentence hang. McCann started hyperventilating. No. No, please. Don't. You smiled when you did this to my daughter. She was 18 years old. Innocent. Her only crime was filming you beating an innocent man. And you destroyed her life. I'm sorry. God, I'm so sorry. Sorry isn't enough. Travis stood, bottle in hand. McCann screamed. Thrashed. The chair didn't budge. Dad. Travis turned. Nicole stood in the warehouse doorway, Diane holding her arm, guiding her. Both women looked pale but determined. Nicole, what are you doing here? I wanted to be here. To hear him scream like I screamed. Diane looked at Travis with tears in her eyes. I couldn't stop her. She insisted. McCann was sobbing now. Please, please, Nicole, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was wrong. Please don't let him do this. Nicole turned toward his voice, her bandaged face tilted slightly. Do you remember what you said to me? Let's see you film me now. Do you remember smiling? You enjoyed it. You enjoyed hurting me. So now I want to hear you hurt. Travis looked at his daughter. She'd changed. The bright, idealistic girl was gone. In her place was someone harder. Someone shaped by darkness. He'd done that. This revenge had cost her more than her sight. Nicole, maybe you shouldn't be here for this. I need to be here, Dad. I need to know he paid. Travis nodded slowly. He turned back to McCann. Open the bottle. Wait. A new voice. Special Agent Cassie Baker stepped into the warehouse, gun drawn. Behind her, 3 other FBI agents. Travis didn't move. Agent Baker. Travis Hood. Step away from the prisoner. This is over. The team immediately went tactical. Weapons drawn. Standoff. Baker kept her gun trained on Travis. I've been watching you for weeks. I knew you'd make a move. I let it get this far because part of me wanted you to hurt him for what he did. But this, she gestured at the bottle. This makes you the monster. Not him. Travis set the bottle down carefully. He blinded my daughter. I know, and he'll pay. But legally, the evidence you and your team manufactured about the Chinese intelligence, I know it's fake, but the real crimes we found, those are real. McCann's going to prison for 20 years minimum. That's justice, Travis. It's not enough. Maybe not, but it has to be. Because if you do this, you go to prison too. And Nicole loses her father along with her sight. Is that what you want? Nicole spoke up. Agent Baker, you don't understand. I do understand. I have a daughter too. But this path doesn't lead anywhere good. Your father is a good man. Don't let Harvey McCann turn him into a killer. Travis stood frozen, the bottle on the table. McCann sobbing in the chair. His team ready to fight. Baker's agents ready to fire. And Nicole, blind, standing in the doorway of a warehouse where her father was about to become everything he'd left behind. Time seemed to stop. Chapter 7. The Choice. Travis Hood had spent 22 years making impossible decisions in impossible situations. Fallujah, Kandahar, Mogadishu, life or death calls that affected nations. But nothing compared to this moment. His daughter, blind and broken, waiting to hear the man who destroyed her life scream in agony. His team, loyal operators who'd risk everything for him. Special Agent Baker and 3 FBI agents with guns drawn. And Harvey McCann, the monster who'd smiled while torturing an 18-year-old girl. Dad, Nicole said quietly, do it, please. Make him pay. Travis looked at his daughter, really looked at her. She lost so much. Her sight, her dreams of becoming a lawyer, her innocence. And now, watching her stand there demanding vengeance, he realized she was losing something else, her soul. He'd done that. His rage, his need for revenge, had poisoned her. Nicole, he said gently, come here. Diane guided her forward. Travis took his daughter's hands. Baby, I love you more than anything in this world. When he hurt you, something inside me broke. All I could think about was making him suffer like you suffered. Then do it, she whispered. Please, Dad. But if I do, I become him. I become the monster. And worse, I make you into something you're not. You wanted to be a lawyer, to fight for justice. Real justice. Not this. Nicole's face crumpled. But he took everything from me. He took your sight. Don't let him take your humanity too. Tears rolled down her cheeks, soaking into the bandages. I'm so angry, Dad. I'm so angry all the time. The darkness never ends. And I keep hearing him laugh. Keep hearing him say I can't film him now. Travis pulled her into his arms. I know, but we're better than him. We have to be. He looked at Agent Baker. If I walk away now, what happens to him? Baker lowered her weapon slightly. The real evidence of his crimes, the stolen money, the assaults, the civil rights violations, it's enough to put him away for decades. I'll personally make sure every charge sticks. Federal prison? Maximum security. He'll spend the rest of his life looking over his shoulder, knowing what he is. Knowing everyone knows what he is. Harvey McCann, still zip-tied to the chair, suddenly found his voice. You're going to let them arrest me? After everything? You're just going to let me go to prison? Travis walked over to him. Leaned down close. No, Harvey. I'm going to do something worse. I'm going to let you live with what you did. Every single day, you're going to wake up in a cell, and you're going to remember the girl you tortured. And everyone in that prison, inmates, guards, everyone, they're going to know what you are. Child abuser. Corrupt cop. You know what happens to people like you in federal prison. McCann's face went white. That's right, Travis continued. You're going to wish I'd blinded you. Because what's coming is going to be so much worse. At least Nicole has people who love her. Family. Friends. Support. You're going to rot alone. Travis stood up, turned to Baker. He's yours. But I want something in return. You're not exactly in a bargaining position. I'm not talking about a deal for me. I'm talking about Nicole. I want full prosecution. I want every charge. I want maximum sentences. And I want the FBI to publicly apologize for protecting him. The FBI doesn't. Yes, it does. Or I tell every news outlet in America how SAC Marcus Maynard tried to cover up the torture of an 18-year-old girl. How he threatened me. How the FBI valued protecting their own over protecting an innocent victim. Want that story on CNN? Baker grimaced. You play hardball. I learned from the best. Do we have a deal? She nodded slowly. I'll make it happen. But Travis, you and your team are done. This operation? It never happened. The evidence you manufactured about Chinese intelligence? It disappears. In exchange, you walk away. Clean slate. But if you ever do anything like this again, we won't. Russ Nelson interrupted, stepping forward. We're all retired anyway. This was a one-time thing. For family. Baker looked at each team member. All of you. If I ever see you operating outside the law again, I will end you. Understood. Nods all around. Get out of here. I'll clean up this mess. Travis started to leave, then turned back. Agent Baker. Thank you. Don't thank me. I'm doing this for Nicole, not you. Now go. As they walked out, Harvey McCann started screaming. No, you can't leave me with them. Hood, Travis, please. Travis didn't look back. Chapter 8, The Reckoning. 3 months later, the trial of Harvey McCann was the biggest FBI corruption scandal in decades. Agent Baker had been true to her word. Every charge, every crime, every victim. Travis sat in the courtroom gallery with Nicole and Diane. Nicole had undergone her 10th and final surgery. The verdict was official, permanent blindness. But she learned to navigate with cane, started therapy, enrolled in online classes. She was healing, slowly, but healing. Harvey McCann sat at the defendant's table, looking 20 years older. His expensive lawyer, paid for by selling his house, could barely mount a defense. The evidence was overwhelming. The prosecution called witness after witness. The Hispanic man McCann had beaten and framed. 3 women with sexual harassment claims. Financial experts detailing the stolen funds. And Nicole took the stand, guided by Travis. She faced forward, unable to see the courtroom, but knowing McCann was there. Miss Hood, the prosecutor said gently, can you tell us what happened on March 15th? Nicole's voice was steady, strong. Agent McCann approached me at a coffee shop. He showed his FBI badge. I thought it was official. He took me to a warehouse. He was angry about a video I'd posted showing him beating an innocent man at a traffic stop. He said I ruined his life. Then he held my eyes open and poured acid in them. He said, let's see you film me now. He was smiling. The courtroom was silent. What do you want people to know about that day? The prosecutor asked. Nicole turned toward where she knew McCann was sitting. I want people to know that a man who was supposed to protect citizens, to uphold justice, instead tortured an 18-year-old girl because she exposed his crimes. I want people to know that I'll never see my father's face again, never watch a sunset, never see my future children, because one man decided his ego was worth more than my entire life. Tears in the gallery. Even the judge looked affected. The defense tried, argued temporary insanity, claimed Nicole's video had been manipulated, suggested she'd provoked the attack. The jury deliberated for 90 minutes. Guilty on all counts. Sentencing was immediate. 35 years federal prison. No parole eligibility for 25 years. Harvey McCann collapsed. Had to be carried out by marshals. Outside the courthouse, Nicole gave a statement to the press. Justice was done today. Not because the system worked, it failed me initially, but because people cared enough to fight. Agent Cassie Baker, who investigated when others wanted to cover it up. The prosecutors who believed me. And my father, who taught me that we don't win by becoming monsters. We win by being better. Travis stood beside her, proud beyond words. That night, the team gathered one last time at the warehouse. They'd be dismantling it tomorrow, erasing all evidence. To Nicole, Russ raised a beer. Toughest kid I've ever met. To Nicole, they chorused. Travis looked around at these men. Brothers. Warriors. They'd risked everything for his daughter. I owe you all. You don't owe us anything, Alvin interrupted. We're family. That's what family does. Glenn Bean, the detective, spoke up. Baker's been reassigned to D.C. Promoted. She's going after FBI corruption full-time now. Turns out, the McCann case opened a lot of doors. A lot of other agents getting investigated. Good, Travis said. Maybe something positive comes from this nightmare. What about you? Sam asked. Back to driving a taxi? Travis shook his head. Actually, no. Been thinking. Nicole wants to go to law school. Still, even blind. She's determined. Says she wants to help other victims who get failed by the system. That's amazing, Milton said. Yeah, so I'm going to help her. Applied to be a victim's advocate. Use my tactical background to help protect people from threats. Turns out, being a DEVGRU operator translates pretty well to personal security and threat assessment. Russ smiled. Good for you, Travis. You deserve some peace. We all do. As the night wound down, Travis got a text. Unknown number. This is Agent Baker. Just wanted you to know, Senator Phillips resigned today. The scandal was too much. His nephew's crimes, his attempts to cover them up, it all came out. His political career is over. Thought Nicole would want to know. Travis smiled. Justice in its own way. He texted back. Thank you. For everything. Don't make me regret letting you walk away, Hood. I won't. Chapter 9. Through Darkness, Light. 1 year later, Travis Hood stood in Virginia Commonwealth University's law school auditorium. Nicole was graduating with honors. First blind student to complete the accelerated program. She stood at the podium, her white cane resting against the lectern, speaking to her fellow graduates. I won't lie and say this was easy. It wasn't. There were days I wanted to quit. Days the darkness felt crushing. But I learned something important. Being blind doesn't mean living in darkness. Not really. Darkness is when you let hate consume you. When you let the people who hurt you define who you become. Travis watched, tears in his eyes. A year and a half ago, someone tried to destroy me. He took my sight out of ego and cruelty. But he didn't take my voice. He didn't take my determination. And he didn't take the love of my family and friends who stood by me. She paused. My father taught me something. He's a man who spent his life fighting for others, protecting this country in ways he can never fully talk about. And when I was hurt, he wanted revenge. He planned it. He was ready to destroy the man who destroyed me. But the last moment, he made a different choice. He chose justice over vengeance, humanity over hate. And that choice saved me just as much as him. Nicole turned toward where she knew Travis was sitting. Dad, I know you're here. I can't see you, but I feel you. And I want you to know, you're my hero. Not because you're a warrior, though you are. Not because you're tough, though you are. But because when it mattered most, you chose to be better. You showed me that real strength is mercy. Real courage is forgiveness. Real justice is not becoming the thing you hate. The auditorium erupted in applause. After the ceremony, Nicole's friends surrounded her. She made a whole new life. Study groups, support networks, even started dating someone, a fellow law student who treated her blindness as just another detail about her, not her defining characteristic. Diane approached Travis. You did good, Travis. We did good. She smiled. Yeah, we did. She's going to be okay, Travis said. Better than okay. She's going to change the world, just like her father. That evening, Travis drove, not a taxi, his own car now, to visit the team. They gathered monthly, these old warriors, to remember and reconnect. Russ pulled Travis aside. Got a call from Baker. She's building a task force to investigate law enforcement corruption. Wants to know if you consult. Use your tactical background to protect witnesses, that sort of thing. Travis considered. I'll think about it. You know what I think? I think you still got fight in you. Just a different kind now. Maybe. But the fighting I do from now on, it's legal. It's clean. No more gray areas. McCann died in prison last week, Russ said quietly. Shanked in the shower. Inmates found out what he did to Nicole. Travis felt nothing. No satisfaction. No sorrow. Just emptiness. Good, he finally said. He can't hurt anyone else now. You okay with how it all turned out? Travis thought about Nicole graduating law school. About her smile. About her determination to help others despite her disability. About choosing justice over vengeance. Yeah, he said. I am. Because we won, Russ. Not the way I planned. But we won. Nicole's alive. She's thriving. The bad guy got punished. And I didn't lose my soul in the process. That's a good ending, brother. It's a good beginning. 3 years later, Travis Hood stood in a Washington, D.C. courtroom. Not as a spectator this time. As a witness. Agent Cassie Baker had built her task force into something powerful. They'd taken down corrupt officials across multiple agencies. And today, they were prosecuting SAC Marcus Maynard, the FBI supervisor who'd tried to protect Harvey McCann. Travis testified about the threats, the intimidation, the cover-up. Nicole testified remotely, now a practicing attorney herself, specializing in civil rights law. Maynard was convicted. 5 years federal prison. Outside the courthouse, Travis met Nicole. She was different now. Confident. Powerful. The white cane in her hand was a tool, not a handicap. We did it, Dad. You did it. You're the lawyer. She laughed. We're a team. Always have been. Nicole's phone rang. She answered, listen, then smiled. That was the VCU Law Review. They want to publish my article on victim advocacy and the failure of institutional protection in federal law enforcement. That's amazing, Nikki. It uses my story, and yours, about how sometimes the system fails, but people don't have to. About how real justice requires good people to fight for it, even when it's hard. Especially when it's hard. Travis felt pride swell in his chest. His daughter, blind, traumatized, but unbroken, had turned her pain into purpose. Your mom would be proud, he said. Diane had passed away from cancer the year before. She'd lived long enough to see Nicole graduate law school, to see her daughter become something extraordinary. She is proud, Nicole said. Wherever she is. They walked together through D.C., father and daughter, warrior and advocate, bound by trauma, but defined by how they'd overcome it. Harvey McCann had tried to break them. He'd failed. The darkness he'd inflicted had been real. Permanent. Cruel. But through that darkness, Nicole Hood had found something brighter. Purpose, strength, and justice. And Travis Hood, the warrior who'd spent 22 years fighting for his country, had learned that his greatest battle wasn't overseas in some desert or mountain range. It was here, at home, fighting for his daughter, fighting for justice. And unlike Harvey McCann, who'd smiled while inflicting pain, Travis Hood had learned to smile again while building something good. That was the difference between a monster and a man. That was victory. The end. Epilogue. 5 years after Harvey McCann's conviction, Nicole Hood sat in her office, Hood & Associates, Civil Rights Law, reviewing a case. A young man had been beaten by a police officer. The incident was caught on video. She listened to the recording, remembered her own video that had started everything. Her assistant knocked. Ms. Hood, there's someone here to see you. Says it's personal. Send them in. Footsteps. A woman's voice. Ms. Hood, my name is Adriana McDonald. My daughter was hurt by someone powerful. They're covering it up. Everyone says there's nothing I can do. But I heard about your story. About how you fought back. I need help. Nicole smiled. Sit down, Mrs. McDonald. Tell me everything. And then we'll fight back together. Because darkness only wins if good people stop fighting. And Nicole Hood never stopped fighting. Neither did her father. They'd turned trauma into triumph, pain into purpose, darkness into light. That was the real revenge. Living well, helping others, being better than those who try to break them. Harvey McCann died blind, alone, and forgotten in a prison cell. Nicole Hood lived free, surrounded by love, helping victims find justice. In the end, that was all the victory she needed.
This is where our story comes to an end. Share your thoughts in the comments section. Thanks for your precious time. If you enjoyed this story, then please make sure you subscribe to this channel. That would help me a lot. Click on the video you see on the screen, and I will see you there.